Hello, it's Pauly G back with another math question. This one about reciprocal or quotient identities. It says find the cotangent of x if cosecant of x equals -3. Let's write that out. Cosecant of x equals -3 times the square root of 5 divided by 5. All right, cool. And then it says the secant of x equals -3 over 2. Now, being good with fractions, being fancy with fractions is really what this is all about. So I don't know where you're at with fractions, but I'm going to briefly talk about it. So one of the cool things, if I'm dividing 1 by a over b, that's the same thing as b over a, right? That's about multiplying by the reciprocal, right? I can demonstrate that by saying 1 over 1 divided by a over b. Okay, that's the same thing as saying 1 over 1 times b over a. That's the multiplied by the reciprocal. And back from your baby math, you might remember your teacher might have said, keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. So you keep the first fraction, the one on top, change the division sign to multiplication, and then flip the second fraction. So that's what we're going to be doing a lot of today. Oh, another one as well is if you have a over b equals c over d, you can flip both as long as you're consistent, right? So that's the same thing as saying b over a equals d over c. Okay, I'm going to erase some of those because I need more room, but those are definitely helpful in working with fractions. All right, so let's look at what they gave us and what they want. So I wrote some of our reciprocal identities out here. And they are, the cotangent is 1 over tangent. Tangent is sine over cosine. And what else here? Secant is 1 over cosine, and cosecant is 1 over sine. These are counterintuitive, right? You would think that cosecant would be 1 over cosine, but it's not. So, and that secant would be 1 over sine, but it's not, right? So it doesn't make sense. So that's how you can remember it. It's counterintuitive. So let's get back to what they gave you. Cosecant is the same thing as 1 over sine. So if 1 over sine of x equals -3 root 5 over 5, then we can just flip both like I just showed you. So sine of x equals 5 over -3 root 5. Okay, let's do the same thing for the other one. They gave us secant. So 1 over cosine of x equals -3 over 2. So cosine of x should be -2 over 3. Perfect. Awesome. And we're going to do the same thing for this guy over here. Now, I'm a bit running out of time. So if we're going to really take this sine over cosine and put it in for tangent. So the cotangent is literally equal to 1 over sine of x divided by cosine of x. All right. So then we can just flip them, right? Just flip them, right? So it's going to be cosine of x over sine of x. All right. And now we're going to take our fractions here that we have and plug them in. All right. So it's going to be so you'll have to know how to divide by fractions. Just remember, keep, change, flip. And one of the things that you have to watch out for is a root in the denominator. I don't know if you'll get one here, but you may get one elsewhere. So for example, if I had 1 over root 3, we don't like that. Mathematicians don't like roots in the denominator. So what you would do is multiply by root 3 over root 3, which is 1. We're not changing it. We're just multiplying it by 1. Well, root 3 times root 3 is root 9. All right, root 3 times 1 is 1. Well, root 9 is 3. So the pattern there is 1 over root 3 is the same thing as root 3 over 3. I hope that you have what you need here, I think, to create the final solution. So you're just going to need to plug in there. I wish you luck.